it's good for the country, not necessarily, not always. Yeah, that was one of my Nixon impressions. It means a lot, actually. It's good for the country. Well, as president, Nixon knew there were many things that people thought were good for the country that were not necessarily so. I won't go into that because I'm not a politician. I know nothing about politics except what I've learned at the university level, like my good friend Henry Kissinger said. Just go to any local university and hey, that's Washington. And then some. But I'm going to take the Nixon-ism, wow, good for the country. He didn't think so, right? Well, not necessarily. Well, there are a lot of things in music and in other areas of life, not just politics and music, but probably in medicine or in the law, that people conceive that are good for the industry, that are good for the law, that are good for justice, that is good for music, that is good for art, but isn't. Here's one of them, and I think we can only tackle one at a time. It's called feel-good. We're living in a feel-good society, I'm sorry to say. Everybody wants to feel good. Hell, I want to feel good. I would love to feel good all the time. I'd be fine if I was riding, that magic carpet on cloud 9 and having servants left and right bringing me my food, massaging me, and my temples especially, and get a little tight. Come on. Let's come back down to planet Earth. The fact is, there are many, many things that are detracting from what we need to be doing. Okay? And that I think the paramount thought is feel good. See, actually, since I was a little boy, I always wanted to rattle cages. I never wanted to feel good. I didn't want anyone to feel good. I wanted everyone to be aware of what they were going through. I like pain, for example, because I like to experience everything. It's not that I'm dying to, have cancer or anything, or go through chemo, but I like to experience life as it comes. It's not super friendly all the time. It's not super, fantasy-like all the time. I don't get to do what I want to do all the time. I don't get to smell the smells I want to smell, or eat the food I want to eat, or meet the people that I want to meet all the time. But guess what? It's life. So quit crying about it. Somebody told me once, Jack, I just want to have a normal life. Well, there is no normal life. There's just life. There's no normal life. Every person I know has skeletons in the closet. Every person I know, moi included. The skeletons are there. You can't get rid of them. All you can do is entertain them. So I kind of have I have a different attitude. I kind of have a good time with my skeletons. I talk to myself a lot, and I live in my own mind. And because of that, I look at everything, despite my, highly excitable nature and anger, which, many of us have. I live there. That's where I live. I'm not expecting that it's going to be a rose garden. I'm not expecting to have a, plate full of brownies every day. Okay? Everything is in due course. You have to experience the whole experience. Otherwise, you have to call it something else. It's not life. It's something else. That's what I've discovered.